It's been a little while since the auger has seen any action, but I'm using it this morning to loosen up all of the soil for inside of these holes. I'm obviously still having to use a spade and a shovel because we want these to be quite tight because they're effectively going to be a form for the concrete. So if you missed last week's video and you're wondering why on earth are we digging all of these holes, well, they are for a new wood cabin that we are building on our farm. And if you're wondering why are we doing that, why we're not working on the stone cabin, go back and watch last week's video. We did a very in-depth explanation as to why, but one thing you do need to know right now is that we need to do this quickly. We're trying to get this finished by Christmas. So there is a tight deadline and I need to get on because these footings are not going to dig themselves and there is quite a few of them.
So we've got over half of them dug now, and to be fair, it's not taken that long. I think it was helped a lot by the fact that last night we had an absolute deluge. It was kind of a tropical storm amount of rain that came down, but the ground has definitely softened up a bit since we were trying to dig them the other day. That said, we still did hit quite a bit of soft rock, so Ricky's been going hell for leather on it with the spade and also using the auger just to munch it up a bit.
Yeah, you can actually break a fair bit of stone just with the spade when it's like soft. You just sort of kind of scrape it away, like not grating it, I don't know what, shaving it. That's the word, shaving it. Yeah, speaking of rain, we might be a little bit in deep water, pardon the pun, this week because there's a lot of rain on the forecast. Tomorrow and this afternoon are the only dry times we've got for the rest of the week, and we really want to get these concrete footings poured. Yeah, I've got no worries about getting the holes dug today. However, we are still waiting on our delivery of sand and rebar and the other bits we need to do it. So,
Oh, the jeopardy.
yeah, it's not looking great at the moment, but we're remaining optimistic.
Putting out the good vibes.
Yeah. Ok, nada problema. Sim. Ok, até já. Ciao.
That doesn't sound very promising.
The dreaded call. Oh, not hung up.
Make sure you've hung up.
Delivery's not coming.
Okay.
I think she was saying there's a couple of drivers sick, so they just can't make all the rounds. Okay, well, plan B. So I'm going to dash there now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll grab the rebar and the blocks we need for the piers, the sand they're going to deliver in the morning.
Okay.
And then I guess once I've got that stuff and brought it back, head to the city, buy enough sand to get us going.
And then hopefully by mid-morning we'll have the full
They'll be
delivery.
here with the delivery. What you got to do sometimes to just like keep the ball rolling, keep the job going. We can't really afford to wait, can we? It's a bit of a shame. We've only got one more hole left to dig, but
That'll keep.
it will keep. It'll still be there in the morning. It's going to be a busy old day today because I want to try and get all of this concrete poured. I've just been rushing around this morning trying to get us square to where we wanted to have ended the day yesterday. I managed to get all of the supplies we needed last night, so I bought enough sand to do probably around a third to maybe half of these footings. Hopefully the rest of the sand will be delivered this morning, so that will get us through to the end. So ordinarily, if we were pouring concrete, Victoria would be in my little mixer. She'd keep that going all the time whilst I was getting it in the holes, pouring it, finishing it, doing all that kind of stuff. But she obviously can't be doing that. It's not possible or feasible for her to be picking up heavy buckets of sand and gravel and cement, plus all the cement dust. So I'm going to be doing the mixing and the pouring. One way in which she can help is to prepare all of the rebar. So I'm going to get all of that cut ready for her to join me, and then she can start piecing it all together. Also, I can't remember if I've said this already, but we want to try and get all of this concrete poured today because this is our forecast for tomorrow. So not ideal concrete pouring weather. And it's the same the next couple of days after that as well. So today really is kind of our one shot. Yeah, let's get cracking.
This week's video is sponsored by Bluetti. We love their power banks and can't rave enough about them because they've completely changed how we live and work around the farm. We've got two. This is our big boy, the AC200L. It's got 2,400 watts of power, so you can run most appliances and tools from it. And with a 2,048 watt hour battery, it can keep going for quite some time. For months now, we've used it day in, day out on the build to power our tools, the lights, and charge up our drill batteries. And it has been an absolute workhorse. If you're looking for a home backup in case of a power cut, then this would be a great choice. And this is our newest addition, the Elite 100 V2, and it has quickly become indispensable. It's a more compact and lighter option, weighing only 25 pounds or about 11.5 kilos, so it's ideal for using on the move. Even though it's a smaller model, it still packs a punch with an 1800 watt output, and it charges quickly, getting to 80% in 45 minutes, which is super handy. So if you want to get your hands on one of these or any of their other models, click our link in the description and use our code BLUETTYLIFE to get an extra 5% off. And with Black Friday just around the corner, they're sure to have some great deals.
You got all your tools?
I have.
So this pile here, that's the ones you're going to want to be fixing together in like a sort of noughts and crosses square.
Yep.
The little ones, leave them. We're going to do them for uprights.
Yeah, no problem. Can you bring me a seat to have as a throne?
Perch.
A perch, yeah. That's service for you.
Where do you want it?
Just over by the fence. I have also realised I can't quite remember the exact twizzle that I need to do to attach them.
Okay, tutorial needed.
I'm ready.
Okay, so all we need is a little like noughts and crosses cross, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then one of these on each. So if we go, how do we do this before? So if we go under there, then I'm gonna get your loops together. Okay, get your little thing through there, and then you're twizzling and you're twizzling and you're twizzling until it's tight. But this stuff's thin, so it will snap pretty quickly if you over tighten it. Okay. Gonna try this last one.
Sure. Little does he realise it was all a ploy just to make him do one for me. Give me the tool.
Pressure's on.
So It's all right. I watched the Generation game on a Saturday night. I know how to follow a direction.
That's it.
Not too tight. Then bend it over.
How's that? That'll do.
Lovely job, Lee. 11 more to do.
So while Victoria's been taking care of the rebar, I've been ferrying some gravel up from the bottom end of the farm by the tiny house because we need a decent amount for this concrete mix, but I've also been putting a smidge in the bottom of all of these holes. So that's all of them ready for concrete now. Quite a few times over the last few weeks, I've felt incredibly grateful that we have this tractor. It is saving me so much time and energy. If I didn't have this guy shoveling up all of this in a wheelbarrow, that's probably 3 wheelbarrows full, would have been an absolute nightmare, and it's made it light work. Unfortunately, Prego here hasn't had a chance to go on the tractor because we literally had it delivered right after we found out we were pregnant, and you're banned from that sort of thing, aren't you, really?
Yeah, I think the advice is extremely mixed, but if you're going to be a bit cautious, then yeah, avoid. It is the most expensive toy that I've not been allowed to go on. I'm so livid, but good motivation for next year.
Come the new year, you can be on tractor duties.
I'll be going to the shops on it.
Is this the last one?
One more after this.
Okay, right. I'm going to get the mixer and we'll get going. Oh, that saves a trip.
Well done, Ricky, in the house.
Just.
You reckon it'll reach?
Yeah. These rainy clouds had better keep their distance. I'm cracking on either way. So we're just doing the same concrete mix here as we did for the footings on the veranda on the tiny house. So it's 4 parts gravel to 2 parts sand to 1 part cement. I'm not really sure how far a mix is going to go here. It's a fairly thin kind of slab that we need to do for this footing. It only needs to be 20 centimeters deep. It would be good if a mix could easily get 1 footing and maybe part way into a second done, so I don't have to do quite as many mixes. Well, that's a little bit annoying. 1 mix is not enough to do each hole. On this first hole, it's just about got me to the level that I need to be below ground. However, I still need to put a pier on top. So for the piers, it's just going to be one of these boxes, again, like we did in the veranda, but it's just going to be 1 this time because we're going to have a wooden post on top to get us to the level. That obviously needs to be filled with concrete as well. And looking at them, it's just reminded me that I need to run string lines around here to make sure that they all line up. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that, right? I need to get that done. Right, I'm 1 footer here down. I'll be honest, it took quite a while to get these string lines in place because this string line is not going to where we want the edge of the building to be. It needs to go to where we want the edge of the pier to be, and then the edge of the building and the wood post is going to come out from the middle of that. So, you know, we had to get 2 string lines out on each side and then make sure that it was square from these intersections over to the other intersections. Yeah, it was just a little bit mind-boggling. But now that's sorted, I should be able to press on quicker. Racing through these as quick as I possibly can, and we're not doing too badly, but the forecast has now changed and it's looking like we're going to have some rain this afternoon, so I'm starting to have doubts as to whether we can get this done. Although I'm doing most of the heavy lifting here, I've got a good assistant in Victoria. I'm not stopping for lunch, I haven't stopped for lunch, so she is feeding me food as I'm working, which is very nice, and she's also filling up the buckets for me, which is a massive help. As much as I really wanted to get all of these done today, I was skeptical from the get-go this morning, but I'm actually surprised at how well we're doing. We're 2/3 of the way now. We've still got a decent bit of light left. We've still got all the materials we need, but I think I'm probably going to be able to get 2 more done, maybe, which would leave another 2 remaining, and I really don't want to be doing concrete in the dark. I also need to fill these piers in because I did the first couple by filling them as soon as I put the block in, but it just made it very difficult to get it level. And yeah, it just seems to be much easier to do it like this, let the concrete harden a bit and then fill it back in. These piers don't need to be level to each other. I'm trying to get them as good as I can, but the land is sloping all over the place. So the purpose of these is just to get me kind of about 100 to 150 mil above ground level, and they're going to have a wooden post on top of that. The wooden post is then where I'll use a laser level and cut them all to the right height. You comfy up there?
Yeah, I don't know where the horn is. Where is it?
I don't actually know.
I don't know where your horn is. It's really comfy, yeah. We've had an absolute stinker of a couple of days here. We've had so much rain and our lovely new footings and piers got completely flooded out. But thankfully the concrete had cured already, so they're absolutely fine. However, we have got an absolute peach of a day here now, and we've got a couple of hours free this morning. So both Ricky and I are clucking to get the final 3 poured. Do you feel like you've fully recovered from the other day?
Just about. The shoulders are still... Oh.
Here you go, this is my big moment, the rebar.
Thank you.
Just looking around now with like the dappled sun through the trees, I'm super pleased with where we did pick our final spot for this cabin. It looks really pretty.
Yeah, it's a nice little spot, isn't it? FYI, this is the last hole. Let's get this done.
Peace at last. That's us done. Well, apart from we've got to go back and fill in the rest of the piers.
Yeah, but we'll do that in a minute. It's not going to take too long.
I'm so chuffed that we've managed to get this done, because a few days ago it was not looking very likely, but having all of these foundations in this 1 week, it means we're on schedule. So everything so far is going to plan.
Don't jinx it.